You must be thinking, what have I done? I've done this without showing you how I did this. Uh, nah, it's alright. I haven't done it yet. What I've done is I've just laid this out completely, even to like the washer and magnet. The reason why I'm using a rectangle magnet is only because that's what I had. Now I'm using these offcuts to create the jam, and so that when the pressure is applied, you will push the wood pieces together. These
For waterproofing purpose, I should have applied plenty of glue, enough for it to overflow and drip when when the wood pieces are clamped together. That way, you would have made sure that it fills all the gaps and cracks and whatnot, instead of me having to do this afterwards once they all had dried and so forth, which adds additional time, which is not really good. But that's something that I learned from this experiment. I can tell you that this method of clamping does work. It's it's fiddly, clearly, as you can see, rather time consuming, no doubt about that. Thinking about buying, investing into bar clamps might have been a wise decision. I might still consider doing that. For the second countertop piece that I had made, I used a different clamp, a wedge type of clamp that I used, but I still used the same bars that I had already made. It's just a different mechanism, if you like, I applied. You also get to see that anyway. It's been an experiment, and the feedback is, yeah, they work. This works clearly, and so does the other one. So it's not doom and gloom. It's just a matter of efficiency and higher productivity. This isn't. This doesn't guarantee you that. That's all.
Right. It's the following day. No, it's not. It's about 2 days now. I left it for a night. I left this overnight and yesterday as well. So it's had quite a bit of time. What I'm doing now, I'm just undoing everything and we're going to discover whether it's worked or not. That's the first thing. Literally no rocket science based guys. I mean, because I haven't got time for mumbo jumbo, making it fancy and all that stuff. But gotta do the job. That's what it matters. Don't need them now. Whoa. Whew. It's worked. Look, it's worked. As I was lifting it, it held in place. Anyway, I'm just
The reason why I'm having to do this is to add additional strength to the piece. This worktop will carry a ceramic sink, and that's really heavy. So to make sure that at any given time it will not split or whatnot, I felt that I needed to add additional strength to it by adding some screws in. I could have added some other types of mechanisms or joints, like biscuit joints and so on, but I didn't have the tool for it, so this was the next best option for me.
little hack. Now obviously you see if I used masking tape just on the edge, because if I reveal that then it will just overflow. By putting that there, I prevent that from overflowing out.
This is prior flattening process. As you can see, just further down there, the ridge, that's quite high. That's about a millimeter and a half higher. Well, yeah, uneven as a result of a number of other factors. It doesn't matter. What matters is getting that level in line with the rest of the pieces. So this was a long process. I decided to use a belt sander and an orbital sander to finish the job off. And towards the end, I used a mouse sander just to get that polished finish. The result's been, well, see for yourself. So I'm using a straight edge here just to identify where the unevennesses are. And so then when I run my belt sander across, I can take out the required amount in the right place from the right places.
Can you see all this? See the difference? In that time, about 3 minutes it took me, I managed to remove a millimeter, well, nearly leveled, nearly planed that. Can you see, leveled that? So there's nothing there as you can see. There's to illustrate, I mean, it's really good considering how long it took me. I'm really impressed. The reason why I'm doing this will encourage the grains to stand out, stand up. Then right now it feels polished, okay? I can feel the grains start sticking out. It basically water encourages the grain to reveal themselves. And so then when I sand it for the final time, I will have got every bit of the wood grain in order for me to get that polished look, the glass look that I'm looking for. I did this earlier on, same process involved. Again, you can still feel a bit damp here and there, so I'll let it dry. Tomorrow, blast it with 180 grit sandpaper to get that perfect finish. Look at the color in this, guys. I mean, the camera doesn't do justice. It looks stunning, absolutely stunning.
This is the final process of sanding. I'm using 180 grit sandpaper, and this is it. So after this process, it's officially ready for oiling. I'll be using Danish oil. I won't be showing that on in this video. That's due to I have few other things left to finish off, and once all that's done, I will then oil it. I want to make sure that it's dust free and dirt free, so I better get all that out of the way, and then the last minute I will then apply the Danish oil to add that additional waterproofing barrier.